Thank you. All right, guys, do you know what this is? Yes? It is a Rubik's Cube. Okay. So when you look at this Rubik's Cube, what do you see? Well, you see this one side of it only, and you've already created a perception about thinking this is it. This is the best part or the worst part. Imagine this Rubik's Cube is a doctor. To the world, that person is an 80-hour-a-week workaholic who doesn't have a social life. Well, if I flip the Rubik's Cube, I would be introduced to different sides of that doctor, like on the weekends when he teaches blind kids. He's an avid gamer or a Chelsea supporter. He gardens his lawn often. There is always more than what meets the eye, just like this Rubik's Cube has many different sides to it. People also have many sides to them which are hidden from the world. Before they could showcase their sides, they're already stereotyped by the world. How can an MD of a big organization be a stand-up comedian? How can a financial analyst be an artist? How can a sports person be an avid dog lover? How can a doctor teach blind kids? Just like this Rubik's Cube, these individuals also have their other sides. It's just a matter of changing the perception. We want to see and believe what's in front of us, but we're not ready to change our perception as to what lies behind. This year's edition of the Blenders Pride Fashion Tour will break the stereotypical mindset of the people, remove the hypocritical ideology, cast away the typecast, and project light on the sides of the individuals which the world has never seen. Let's celebrate everyone's style that is non-negotiable. You can clap for that. A little bit. Okay, one person in the audience, that's okay. Okay. Bear with me. See, I'm not as graceful as I may look in this dress. Perception. All right. There is more to this preview than what you expected. This style platform would do. This highly talented individual has defined her own style of filmmaking and left a trail of excellence for the world to admire and follow. Her initial identity was about coming from a family of storytellers, but her talent is beyond just her lineage. She broke the molds established by male directors. A brilliant screenwriter and artist by heart, a visionary by profession. She brings distinct aesthetics and design with her work. Her stories bring a different side of cinema, which no one can imagine. She weaves tales which last with you. The themes she presents are more than you think. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for a very talented storyteller of today's generation and a director for today's panel discussion, introducing one of my absolute favorites, Zoya Akhtar.
It's very nice to be here. Welcome to the 13th edition of Brenda's Pride Fashion Tour Preview. I'm very flattered to be sharing the stage with these very amazing artists. The theme this year is more than you think, and it's a great way to change perspective. I come from an industry where the minute you're slightly successful, you are put in a box, given a label, placed on a shelf. I make dude movies about rich people. That's where it begins and ends. But clearly, I think there's more to that. I studied sociology and literature before I did my diploma in film. I listen to music when I write scripts. I steal saris from my mother. I'm obsessed with food. I have a huge collection of photography books. And I take the time to dig deeper when I meet creative minds, which is why I'm here. So let's get started. Where do you want me to go, Shivani? Should I just wait here? Hi. So as you all know, the theme is more than you think. So should we all shift a little bit so we can look at each other? Yeah. And I'm here to ask you questions. While I was researching you all and things that came up, there were many things about you all I had no clue. Settled?
Yes,
Happy?
ma'am.
Okay, let's start. Gauri and Nanika, you all have been called music wizards. I mean, where is this coming from? And I had no idea this Banger Sisters alter ego. I've been told that you all are musically inclined. Are you?
I would say it's a hobby. We love music. Like a lot of people, we've grown up learning different instruments. We both play the piano. Gauri used to teach the piano. We both have learned everything from Indian classical to Western classical to the guitar. So it's been a big part of our life, and it's a hobby that we're very passionate about.
Nanika's voice is incredible. She's not telling you the truth. Her voice is incredible.
Thanks.
Belt it out. No, one verse, one little thing.
no.
Come on, come on.
Oh, Sean.
Nanika on the house. Come on. Come on, Nanika. One little thing. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
No.
Come on, Nanika. Yeah, we'll do it. Come on.
Come on, babe, why don't you paint the town and all that jazz?
Who knew that? Gaurav Raina,
Yes. Hello.
you have been one of India's most famous DJ exports. You've been a part
Infamous.
of medieval infamous. You've been a part of the medieval pundits. You have your own label called Grain, and you're an architect.
Yes.
What happened there?
Well, quite honestly, when I was becoming a DJ, my parents thought, "Patani, what is happening to this guy? He's going to not do anything good in his life. He's going out late night. What is this profession? Blah blah blah." So they kind of forced me to go into architecture, which was the only thing which I could creatively, go for, which I was allowed to by myself. So, but while I was doing architecture, I started learning how to do electronic music, and I got into the whole scene of world music. I signed up with a label in San Francisco. So yeah, then it was all just music in
But
my
you
life.
finished a degree.
No,
No.
I'm a dropout.
Okay. Nikhil Thampi, you have had an education in psychology,
Yes, surprisingly.
and you're a trained. Does psychology help you with the business?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know how to sell 2 pieces instead of 1 to the lady. Praise her, and there she is.
And you're a trained dancer.
Means it was a hobby. I used to dance with Shah Magdava's company for a very, very long time, but that was during school, college days, that's it.
And has that discipline come into your design
Not
at
at
all?
all. Not at all.
It's completely separate.
It's completely separate.
Fantastic. Abraham and Thakur. I have Rakesh and David. I have admired only you. Okay. The Rakesh. I have loved your work for years, and I've only just found out while I was doing this research that you never had a fashion show for 18 years.
We never did, actually. We just came, our very first show was in 2010, and I think that was the beginning of a new language on the ramp in India, actually.
But you think that would work now, today?
Well, at that point, I don't think we felt the necessity, and now we just happen to fall into this whole part of being of the same fraternity into the retail market in India,
Right.
which is growing.
Also, you've taken sustainability and put it into your design and into your brand. And I mean, whether it's recycling materials, whether it's like in a conceptual context of taking a silhouette and reworking that silhouette, whether it's Indian handicraft and handloom and using that. I mean, you want to talk a bit about that?
But we are basically known for being traditionalists, and I think that explains exactly what we do. We work with a lot of our weavers and other craftspeople, and that's what takes our collections forward from each season.
Manshu?
What do you
known
want?
as Manshu. Manish, you're a traveler. You travel all over the world, but people don't know that you're very loyal to certain destinations. You've been going to Goa every year for how many years now?
27 years in a row.
27 years. If you don't find Manish Arora anywhere, you're going to find him in Goa in December.
On 1st of January at
1st of
Hilltop, on the
January.
right side of speakers,
Hilltop,
under the
he'll be there.
4th palm tree.
Yeah. Goa has definitely found its way in your design at some stage. And now it's Burning Man. You've kind of moved to Burning Man. How many years have you been going to Burning Man?
5 years in a row.
And how has that impacted your design?
Sorry?
Has that impacted your design in any way?
Of course. It's impacted me
Yeah.
first. And then, of course, the design follows.
Burning Man is a festival that is held in the desert in Nevada for the
don't think you need to
uninitiated.
promote it
You want to talk about it a bit? Yeah.
No, well, let's talk about Blender's fashion tour. Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say about Burning Man. Well, it's a way of living. And I hope you guys don't come because I'm very possessive about it.
Shantanu and Nikhil.